So, just backtracking now, we want to find out. So you grew up in Puerto Rico?
No,
I believe you did
my
it.
roots are
Yeah, you're
African
Puerto Rican,
American
African
and Puerto
American.
Rican. Yep.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So, but I was born and raised in upstate New York.
Okay. Sorry for the London audience.
So
What does
not New
upstate
York
mean?
City.
Okay.
It's further upstate, near Toronto.
Okay.
So
Is
on
that
the other,
like Buffalo, New York?
yes,
Is that not
Buffalo,
fair? Okay,
Rochester,
yeah.
New York. To be precise,
Yeah.
if you're familiar with geographically.
So I've
New York,
never been to New York, but I plan on
Yes.
Me
visiting.
neither, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I was born and raised, and so my mother's side is Puerto Rican, and I was raised by that side of the family.
Yeah.
My father was African American. He died when I was about 5 years old. So
Okay.
my mother was a single mother, young mother, and so my grandparents helped out a lot. So I was raised by them
Yeah.
for the most part, and yeah, and at the same time, I would spend my summers down south with my black side of the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Catholic in the Puerto Rican side,
Yeah.
Baptist in the black side,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then to bring in a third world. By the time I was 11, I had an opportunity to board with a white middle class family to go to a better school.
Right.
And so then in that household, I went to Protestant church
Yes.
on Sundays. So it was a very interesting existence into three different worlds and three
Yeah.
different perspectives.
Yes.
And one of the things that I found very interesting was that the values were the same.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
we went to church, we prayed together, we sat together as a family.
Yeah.
The values were the same. You have to work hard.
Yeah.
You know, you have to work hard for yourself and to help others around you. So those were the things that I saw that, you know, actually connects all of us, you know. So that was the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say that must have like helped shape like your perspective and how
Definitely.
you approach things in life. And what were some of the things that you loved about growing up in like back in New York? Like what are some of the things that you loved, even with the different family dynamics and things like that?
I think living in three different worlds
Yeah.
for me was, I mean, it was, think about it as life was never boring, first
Yeah.
of all.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I would spend my weekends and go see my mother and that side of my family. During the week, I was with, the boarding family, and over the
Yes.
summers, I was with my great grandparents on their farm
Yeah.
and my grandmother down there. So it was never boring. It was very interesting, but also very different worlds. And you grow up in one world with my mother's side. My grandparents immigrated from Puerto Rico for a better
Yeah.
life, so they didn't speak English.
Yeah.
They had it very, very difficult when they first started. You're coming from a beautiful Caribbean place with sunshine, lovely lifestyle and quality of life, to this bitter.
Yes.
You think snow here, 10 centimeters is something. We're talking,
can imagine.
4
Proper
feet of
snow,
snow,
yeah.
blizzard, 2 to 4 feet of snow, blizzards,
Crazy.
and they're not used to that. Didn't have
Yes.
coats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all of that, So
So did they move to New York then?
yeah, upstate New York. They went to
Okay.
New York. They went to New York City first and did not like it,
Okay.
and then they just kept going further north.
Okay.
And so there was that part where my grandmother refused to speak English, and she called me Micaela instead of Michelle because we only spoke Spanish in
Yes.
the house. And they came from a very, as I said, quality of life, but
Yes.
the economy was going down the tube, so they moved. And to see them and the values again of working hard, my grandparents never took a dime from the government. It was about
Yes.
you have to work hard and earn your way, earn your keep. Everybody had to do their part, in the family. And my aunts and uncles all went out to try and contribute and to work and to educate themselves.
Did you have a lot of family in New York before you moved there? Like other relatives that lived there?
No,
So that was like the
Okay.
yeah,
first.
they were the first. Yes, and they had 9 children.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
That's a
yeah.
lot.
But then that's great because that's
But that's aside. The thing is that they came from their culture, their
Yes.
language, their
Yeah.
music,
yes.
right. So the difference, we're talking about the difference. So, the black side of my family, as you know, from slavery, we were absolutely cut off from all of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
and so that's where there was a big difference I saw as I was going to college, and and friends and things, and my friends who came from Jamaica, for example, they tended to, I ended up, my closest friends were from the Caribbean. And they were very confident. They knew who they were. They knew where they came from. They had their own, and those of us in the States, it was a struggle. And you can see over time how it's getting better. But that's one area that I saw was very different. Is is trying to build the confidence. When you don't know where you're from.
I think that's very profound.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I kind of leaned on the Puerto Rican side for that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
100%.
But the values were the same in every single, the second family, I called him Dad because he ended up being like a second father, my mentor, and I learned so much from him.
Is that the family you boarded with?
The family I boarded with, yes. So he taught me. Go ahead.
Sorry, what's the process of that, like, boarding? Like to me, I'm trying to understand, like, for those people who don't understand what boarding is, like, how does that go about?
It's not like here. It would just have to be a family that knew my mother.
Yes.
And I had a teacher who, Mrs. Merriweather, from a young age, said, you're bright if you can leave this school. I went to Martin Luther King Jr. School. It was that was a school, but it wasn't challenging me. So when just through a relationship and getting to know this family, and they just said, you know what? It was my choice, really.
Yes.
If you'd like to, we think you could do well in our school. Would you like to come? And my mother left it up to me. So at the age of 11, I made the choice because Mrs. Merriweather had told me, like 2 years prior to that, if you ever get a chance to get to a better school, you should take it.
So was this family? Was this all still in New York?
Like 45 minutes south in the suburbs of the city. So I was going to, what you would call a state school.
Okay.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a state school, and so it was an opportunity to go, to suburban school that had a lot of money, a lot of resources. It was still a state school,
access
but it was a phenomenal place. And so that then allowed me to then be able to apply to better universities, and you build your confidence, solid education, it all kind of. But then it's having this mentor who, taught me about, goal planning and financial fitness, and, helping to build the confidence and think strategically and analytically, and looking at how do you build your wealth so you can then, when you're at a later stage in life, you can actually invest in your community as well, because as Christians, that's our obligation, right?
Okay.
So he, my father passed away when I was 5. I had my grandfather, but then Dad came along, and and it was just such a blessing, really.
So